Well, our beloved Jim Acosta is officially out at CNN. I don't know what took them so long. I can't imagine the show was making any money. It was probably hemorrhaging money for CNN. Nobody likes him. Nobody watches him. He is the most disingenuous journalist I have ever seen in my life. He lost all his credibility many, many years ago. But anyways, that day has come. So I want to show you his little emotional goodbye, saying goodbye to everyone, calling Trump a tyrant on his way out. And then I want to take you down memory lane of some of the lowlights of Jim Acosta, because I bet that you've forgotten just how much Trump destroyed this guy time and time and time again, and how many times Jim embarrassed himself in front of the entire world. So we're going to get all into that. My name is Clayton Kearns from TrendingPolitics.com. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel that you're watching this on, because if you want to be part of this amazing ride that we're all on for these next 4 years of Trump's his last ride, then please subscribe to this channel and stay tuned, because we're about to have a lot of fun going forward. So here is Jim Acosta announcing that he is leaving CNN, and he did exactly what Jim always does. We're not going to watch this whole thing because I can't stand listening to this guy for more than a few seconds, but let's just see some of the things he spews. So I'm just going to cut right to the part where he starts whining about Trump.
Refugee, I took home this lesson. It is never a good time to bow down to a tyrant. Okay. I've always believed it's the job of the press to hold power to account. I've always tried to do that here at CNN, and I plan on doing all of that in the future. One final message. Don't give in to the lies. Don't give in to the fear. Hold on to the truth and to hope.
Okay, so this guy is saying don't give in to the lies, hold on to the truth, as if he hasn't been a part of the #1 spreader of misinformation in the last 10 to 15 years, CNN. How many debunks have we done over the years on CNN? I can't believe he just said that. And we're going to take you through some examples of the lies that he has spread, because it has been unbelievable. So sit back, relax, and let's go through some of the best moments. But first, we need to see Trump's reaction, of course, right? We cannot let this go without hearing what Trump had to say. Here was his post on Truth Social. Wow, really good news. Jim Acosta, one of the worst and most dishonest reporters in journalistic history, a major sleazebag, has been relegated by CNN fake news to the midnight hour, Death Valley, because extraordinarily bad ratings and no talent. Word is that he wants to quit, and that would be even better. Jim is a major loser who will fail no matter where he ends up. Good luck, Jim. So I guess Trump didn't really hear the final news that he was gone, but obviously he was on the way out the door. But I mean, come on. This is just amazing. Trump is just a master at crafting these things together. So let's go through some of Jim's worst moments. So this here is from July of 2018. Crazy enough, July 13th, 2018, which is exactly 6 years to the day before Trump would eventually go on to have his life nearly taken from him. And this is when Jim Acosta tried to ask a simple question, and Trump just says, no, I don't take questions from CNN. You're fake news. Let's watch.
Easy negotiation.
Mr. President, since you attacked CNN, can I ask you a question?
John Roberts, go ahead, John. No. John Roberts, go ahead. CNN's fake news. I don't take questions. I don't take questions from CNN. CNN is fake news. I don't take questions from CNN. John Roberts of Fox.
He was so proud about it. Like, he had already said the words CNN is fake news a couple times, but he had to lean into the mic and say CNN is fake news, because that's who he is. And I love this. And this is a meme I saw I wanted to show you. It says Jim Acosta when he sees Chuck Todd in the unemployment line, because if you hadn't already heard, Chuck Todd is also out at MSNBC. So the media is just made infinitely better by two simple decisions. Chuck Todd is out, Jim Acosta is out, and the world is already a better place. So now this moment here is the moment of all moments. This is the one that we basically made Jim Acosta famous in January 2017. I mean, let's be honest. Most of us did not know who this man was before this moment. It was the first time that Trump really said, you are fake news, and the room exploded. Let's just take it all in one more time.
Since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? No, Mr. President-elect.
Go ahead.
Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance?
Your organization
You are attacking our news organization.
Your organization
Can you give
is
us a
terrible.
chance
Let's
to ask
go.
a question, sir?
Go ahead.
Sir, can you
Quiet.
state,
Quiet.
Mr. President-elect,
Go ahead.
can you state
She's asking
categorically,
a question.
Mr.
Don't be rude.
President-elect, can you give us a question?
Don't be
You're
rude.
attacking us. Can you give us a question?
Don't be rude.
Can you
No, I'm
give
not
us a
going to give you a
question?
question. I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir,
go ahead.
Can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not
Go ahead.
appropriate.
Oh man, and you just could hear the groan in the room like they had never seen. I don't know if you remember just how chaotic this presser was, because this was obviously, you hear him saying, Mr. President-elect. He wasn't even the president yet, but he just went in front of reporters and took questions. I think this presser was well over an hour, is at least an hour, hour and a half. And oh man, poor Jim. I mean, he just got trampled over by Trump time and time and time again. Now, a little bit of fun thing to look back on is when Jim Acosta was accusing Trump of not being mentally well, because Trump was saying in 2021, I'm going to be the president again. And Jim Acosta says, you are not well, sir. You need to get over this. And as Mays here on X says, 2021, Jim Acosta is basically trashing Trump, talking about winning the presidency again. In 2025, Jim Acosta is jobless and Trump is the president. What a wonderful world.
Or not well, sir. You need to get over this.
Okay.
Same goes for the GOP. It's as if much of the Republican Party is trapped in a Jimmy Buffett tune. Wasting away again in Mar-a-Lagoville.
Oh my God. Doesn't get much more cringe than that. This is June of 2021. And look where we are today. President Trump is not only our president, but he won the popular vote. Jim Acosta is going through it, people. He is going through it. And then we have two more moments here. This one, End Wokeness here on X says, remember when CNN sent Jim Acosta to the border and accidentally proved that walls work? If you don't remember this moment, Jim Acosta goes and he's like, so here's the border fence, the border wall. If you'll notice, there's not a lot of activity around here. Yeah, I wonder why. Because walls work. When you put up borders and fences, people tend to not try to cross those areas. That's why we need the border and fences up.
Here are some of the steel slats that the president's been talking about right here. As you can see, yes, you can see through these slats to the other side of the U.S.-Mexico border. But as we're walking along here, we're not seeing any kind of imminent danger. There are no migrants trying to rush toward this fence here in the McAllen, Texas area. As a matter of fact, there are some other businesses behind me along this highway. There's a gas station, Burger King, and so on. But no sign of the national emergency that the president has been talking about. As a matter of fact, it's pretty tranquil down here.
How embarrassing is it for this man? It's pretty tranquil. It's pretty calm down here. Yeah, that's what happens when you speak strongly about the laws that will be enforced and when you actually, put up some resistance on the border wall. Like, what's funny is look at his smile right now. Look how smug he is. Not a lot of activity here. Yeah, Jim, it's because walls work. Walls work. What do you think was going to happen? And then finally, as we talked about earlier, Jim Acosta is talking about all the lies. Don't give in to the lies. Go after the truth. And let's see some of the lies that he has promoted over the last many years, and let's get into them.
This is not Fox, Congressman. You can't just spin a tail and pull the wool over people's eyes. Yeah. This is...
So he's saying that people are having the wool pulled over his eyes, and that Fox News is somehow liars, but fails to see the irony.
CNN, this is the news. We are asking you to come on and tell the truth. It's an alarming choice for a man who has often struggled to unequivocally denounce white supremacists. You recall these moments.
But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides.
Those words have...
So, as you already know the tale by now, and as tens and millions of Americans already know, that clip of Trump saying that was taken completely out of context. They did not play the whole clip, and in fact, many people years later, when they see the whole clip, they're like, whoa, I was brainwashed. I didn't know that he actually fully denounced white supremacists. But this is one of, Jim Acosta is one of the reasons why, and CNN and all these other networks are one of the reasons why millions of people to this day walk around thinking that Trump actually called neo-Nazis fine people. It didn't happen, yet he is one of the biggest promoters of that lie. Let's take a look at this next lie that he pushed.
Trump saying she should be fired, that Liz Cheney should be fired upon. He keeps
He did not. So I started the clip a little bit late there, but he's referring to, and right towards the end of the election, how Trump was saying that if Liz Cheney was on the battlefield and she had arms pointed at her, she would probably feel different about sending people to war. Okay? I feel like that's when we're in that type of situation. Yeah, we all think differently when we're actually in that. That's all he was saying. He was not calling for her to be fired upon. But Jim Acosta pushed that. And he fear-mongered, and he just, again, lied at will. So it's so ironic for this man to say that he is the truth out there. And then here's the final one.
Should be fired upon. He keeps speaking in these very extreme terms about the potential dangers to the country if he doesn't win in November. He's used words like bloodbath.
This is one of the ones that frustrates me the most. Once again, during the 2024 election, I believe this was in March, Trump said, he was specifically talking about the auto industry, and he said, if Kamala, well, at this time Biden, if Biden wins the election, then there's going to be a bloodbath in the economy because of the auto industry. And he was talking about China and the cars and how we do trade with them. And he used the term in an economic sense. Yet Jim Acosta and all of the media literally claim that Trump said, if I lose, there's going to be a bloodbath. He didn't say that, and he didn't say anything even remotely close to that. But because they have gone unchecked for so long, they were just able to spew it and not be checked on it once. And so at the end of the day, thank God Jim Acosta no longer has a job. Thank God President Trump is our president. And I know that CNN and Jim Acosta, wherever he goes, going to continue to lie about Trump. But you know what? We have such a powerhouse of conservatives on Twitter/X, on Facebook, YouTube. And that's why it's important to please support channels like ours. We need to always fight back against these narratives. And we will never stop and we will never back down. So, in closing, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to this channel. We're pumping out videos every single day now, and I'm having a great time doing this once again, as I did a few years ago. I just, once again, thank you for taking time out of your day. Please leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about Jim Acosta finally being off CNN. Not that we were watching CNN anyways, but you know, it was kind of fun to watch him be bullied around by Trump a little bit from time to time. So anyways, have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.